Hey everybody, welcome back. So the other day we received a truck full of mulch. I had ordered 4 cubic yards. The reason for that was in front of the shed we had all those trenches dug from getting stuck in the mud, and I really want to fill it in with something that's going to absorb a lot of that mud and give me some traction just for walking back and forth. So we ordered 4 yards, and that day it was about to start raining by noon. So I kind of overzealously I grabbed a shovel and I went and started shoveling as quick as I could. Not paying attention to my steps, not paying attention to proper bending and technique and everything, and I wound up hurting my back. I have a kind of a recurring back injury that's just kind of a nagging thing, and it doesn't take much, just turning the wrong way, picking something up the wrong way, and I just overdid it. I worked too fast and I wound up hurting my back. So I'm a little bit out of commission here for the next couple of days. That's usually what happens. I kind of have to take it easy for 2 or 3 days. Take some Advil or just relax, and I'll be back to normal. Anyway, so that kind of rules out any strenuous building or labor, but there's still a lot of stuff in the homestead that needs to get done. Namely, we got to feed our animals. They don't care if I'm hurting, they have to eat. Goats are kind of hungry. This is, I think, the last of the orchard grass hay that we had bought. And then we have a couple bales of Timothy alfalfa mix left. It took them a while to warm up to this stuff, but I'd like to kind of keep them on it because it's a heck of a lot cheaper. Do not eat my sneakers. Can't do that. Hey, Millie, baby. Hi, sweet girl. Goats are fed, chickens are fed. Now I'm gonna hop on the quad, head out to the woods, and get the deers fed. So it did start raining, and we ran inside, and rather than waste a day, back's killing me, nothing to do outside, I figured it's a good time to start our seeds. The setup that we use is really pretty simple. We just have like a 5-tier storage setup from Cabela's, like a shelving unit, plastic shelving unit made by Plano. And we have seed trays that are about 172 cells or something like that from Haas Tools. We pack them with organic garden soil, put our seeds in, and we have grow lights, LED grow lights that we hang on top. I'll get you guys turned around here and show you in a second. So I like to run these about 14 hours a day while they're in the seedling stage. There's a lot of conflicting information on whether, or how high you should make these lights from your seeds. I found that it doesn't matter too much, but this year I'm doing a little bit of a test just from my own geeking out knowledge. I have this light here suspended really high all the way up, and I have this one much closer down to my seedlings. So I'm gonna see if we get better germination one way or another. Last year I hung them kind of high and everything germinated just fine. So the internet's like your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. There's so much information that there's just too much information. Go to one site that says, well, they have to be 6 to 12 inches. Another one says, well, they have to be 14 to 18 inches. It's just, well, which one is it? So I found that I have had luck higher. Not to say that you can't hang them lower, but like I said, we're going to do 2 different ways this year and see if that makes a difference. So we're growing 32 different types of tomato plants. We've got eggplant, we're doing bell peppers, jalapeno, we have broccoli, romesco broccoli, basil, sage, thyme, rosemary, cilantro, romaine, and it's kind of, I can't even pronounce it, it's a really soft leaf lettuce that we found out that we like, so we're going to try that again. A lot of these, well, not a lot of them, but I think some of them are going to wind up being leftover, meaning we won't have enough room to plant them all, but I'm thinking we might try to sell some plant starts this year. In addition to all that, we have a lot of stuff that we're gonna direct sow, corn. I think we're gonna direct sow lettuce outside as well. There's peas, there's green beans that are gonna get direct sown, a lot of different other stuff. Oh, potatoes, that's a big one. We like potatoes here. So there's probably gonna be, I think, 2 or 3 rows almost potatoes. We wound up drawing our chart out the other day, mapping out the shape of our garden on grid paper and labeling where we're gonna put everything. So it's gonna help us a lot when we get our garden build going, knowing where everything's gonna be.
2 days later.
All right, guys, so I had some family help today, and today was Operation Move the Tent to its new location. So the tent was back there on that side of the house, between the house and the shed. We emptied everything out, put most of it in the shed, and then the outdoor stuff, which is gonna be for the barn and the animals, is still stacked up right next to it. So what we did is we moved it back here. So those are the 2 pens that we broke down in an earlier video. And the idea is, or the plan is anyway, that I'm gonna build a lean-to. I'm gonna frame this all out into an actual wooden barn structure, do a lean-to off this side. We'll have pens over here. Then we'll do another lean-to off this side and have 3 animal pens here. And we'll have a center barn for storage and our feed and everything. Every time I'm shooting a video, you guys. So that's the plan for right now. And this was a big step for us because now with the tent out of that spot, we vacated a good spot for our garden build, which I'm really excited for. And I know my wife is really excited for it. For those of you that have not been following along, we're gonna do a lean-to off of our pantry/garage this way. And inside this lean-to is gonna be basically parking for our quad and our dump cart. And on the right side of it is gonna be a vegetable washing station. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a T-post, a small little 3-foot T-post right there. That's gonna be the far corner of the garden. So I have that marked. So I think that's gonna be the first step. And our next video series coming up is gonna be the garden/lean-to build. We're gonna have to measure off this house to find our line going this way. And then we can put our next corner T-post over here, wherever that happens to be. Measure out this way, get our next corner, and get our next corner somewhere. Gonna be right about there. So I'm assuming that's gonna, well, estimating that's gonna be about 40 by 25. So a pretty decent sized garden. So anyway, that's the first thing we're gonna do is get our measurements. And I think we're gonna, we need to get a post hole digger because I want to get some posts going in those locations. And I'm gonna use 4x4s to frame in the garden. The front of it, we're not gonna close in yet. We're gonna leave it open because I'm gonna till all this up. And then I'm thinking I might have a truckload of compost come and a truckload of organic garden soil and dump right on top of all this once I get it tilled up. Because this is pretty, you know, it's clay soil. It's not the greatest stuff in the world. So I'm gonna add to it. So I want to have access for trucks to be able to get in and out of here and dump compost and garden soil. Man, that looks a whole lot better already, just having all that stuff out of there. So we didn't get to film any of moving that whole tent. It was kind of a fiasco. I had my in-laws here helping me. My kids were helping me. We just kind of all picked it up in place and walked it up the hill. So filming was not really possible, but you guys saw where it landed, which is the important thing. And that's going to become a barn soon. Well, I don't know when, but eventually it's going to become a barn. You know, in the short term, we got to get this garden going. We got to get chicken tractors going because we have chickens coming, and geez, about 3 weeks. So meat bird's coming in 3 weeks. After that is April, and the pigs are coming. So we got a lot of stuff to do. And I think the barn's going to have to be after all that. And we'll probably be in the dog days of summer, and it's going to be full-time garden build and gardening, should I say. So, you know, the barn might be a fall project, I'm thinking. We'll see. But the lean-to and the garden project is about to start real soon. My back's feeling a lot better. I took a couple days off to rest, so I'm ready to start working again. Hopefully this weather holds out. It's like 60 degrees today and I'm in shorts today. So that's a good thing. If it holds out, we're gonna go and get some T-posts. We're gonna start marking our garden and we'll get building. So guys, before we end this video, I had mentioned in the last one that we're doing a giveaway, and we got some really constructive feedback from people. We hit our 1,000th subscriber. So man, that was just a huge milestone for us. Something that I had never even thought that would happen or intended even to happen when we first started documenting all this on YouTube. So huge milestone. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside. We're gonna use like a random comment generator and pick the winners of the giveaways. So let's get inside and start tallying. All right guys, so we're out here grilling up some steaks for dinner, but before we get done, I wanted to read off the winners of the contest. So I think the first 3 are the winners of the keychain, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and read off the first 3.
The first winner is Susan Elliott.
Susan Elliott, who else you got?
Julie DeVecchio.
Julie Delvecchio and
D2 Busy.
D2 Busy. All right, you guys, you are the winners of the keychain. So what I need you to do is click on the comment of this video and you're gonna see my email address. Email me your names and your address and I'll get these out to you right away. We got one more for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and that's for the winner of the hat. Who do we have for the hat?
Jan Prawl.
Jan Prawl, same thing. Leave me your name and your address in the comments below, or send me an email or whatever you want to do. Send me an email so you don't have to put your address in the comments, obviously. And I will get these things out to you guys right away. Well, we're going to finish grilling up our steaks. Thank you guys for being with us on this journey. Thanks for joining in the competition. Hope you guys eat your stuff soon. And I'm pretty excited. We're going to get started on our garden build real soon, so make sure you come back and check it out. If you get a chance, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.